Hey, what's up, guys? It's Anthony here at the Breakout Daily. Today, we're going to do something a little different. The office is quite a mess. Sorry about seeing the mic there. We're going to do organization. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm doing, and maybe it'll help you with your collection, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so welcome to the Breakout Daily YouTube channel. So today we're doing stuff a little bit different. I'm not going to be sitting at the desk, at least as far as I know. I wanted to talk about cleaning up the collection, some organizational tips and stuff that I'm doing. Now, you I'm sure have your own system and processes for how you're keeping up with your collection, or maybe you only buy certain books or what have you, but today, I just wanted to show you and give you guys some examples of some real life stuff that I'm doing right now. A couple of weeks ago, I put together a video and it didn't come out the way I wanted. So this is kind of the revision of that, and it's something I've wanted to do. So with that being said, we're gonna dive into this here in a moment. But before I do, make sure and hit the subscribe button down below, guys. I appreciate it. It helps the channel and everything we're doing. We're going to try to do more and more of these types of videos here in the near future. So let's dive into it. All right, first and foremost, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these short boxes. I just got an empty one right here. I'm going to be moving a collection into this box, so that's kind of a part of it. So I've got these short boxes. These are just your standard BCW. Some are probably not BCW because I've had them for so long, but these are just really your generic boxes that you can get from anywhere, whether it's short box, long box. It's your traditional cardboard comic book box. Now, I do also have a bunch of these. These are only 2 of them. I think I've got 7 of these or something like that, 5, 7. This is where I try to keep some of the collections, and I've got a ton of them, more or less where I catalog certain things that are going on. Like an example is some of my key Deadpool books, some of my key Wolverine books, Captain America books, Berserker books, The Boys, Millar World I'm building out. This is my spec, kind of my spec collection here. You know, we'll go into that stuff probably in a later video, but anyways, let's get over here to this. So what I did before, and again, maybe I'll put the video out, I don't know, it just didn't come out the way I wanted. It was really grainy and kind of hazy. And actually, let's turn some lights on so we can hopefully not deal with that kind of issue in this video. So anyways, here we are. 7 short boxes, right? Pretty simple. I went through all of these, and what I was doing, more or less, I've got to do this anyways, was starting to clean up some of these collections, or some of my collection within each box. So what does that mean? Well, I started organizing a bunch of these, and with doing so, it helped me kind of clean stuff up. However, after going through this and then getting more books in the last couple of weeks, I noticed that I started to build quite a collection of other characters that I wanted to keep track of. Most notably, like I've got a nice little Thor stack going right here. I've got a ton of Spawn here. I got a ton of Spawn in, here's another bin, in here. So this is all Spawn plus this Spawn. So Spawn's getting his own box. I'm sick of playing with it. And then I've got some stacks of books here. And anyways, so I keep shuffling stuff around and I got quite tired of it. So what I started to do was started to catalog some of this stuff in a different fashion. So I use Key Collector to look up books, but I also use Cover Price and their catalog. All of these are not cataloged. I think I've got like 250 or 300 books in catalog via Cover Price. But generally speaking, I'll have Cover Price on my iPad pulled up. I'll normally put a TV show on, whether it's Comic Tom, Gem Man, Pressable Defects, stuff that Agus is doing, 3 Men in a Basement, whoever, while I'm doing this. In fact, I'll probably do it after this video, but I didn't want to take it down if it was playing the audio or whatever. So anyways, first step for me was to get all this stuff kind of cataloged. So I've got, this is some, like what I would say, you know, your Boom Studios, your IDWs, your Image Comics, miscellaneous books that I want to keep track of. Here's more of them. But they're all mixed together at this time because I don't have, you know, Image, I've got enough to fill a box. But anyways, that's what's going on here. And then as you kind of go down, so this box I think is overpacked. We've got, let's see what's in this book. This is my Marvel, miscellaneous Marvel. This is, I think, also miscellaneous Marvel. Yeah, additional miscellaneous Marvel. This is DC. A ton of DC. I need to get more bags and boards because there's a bunch of books in there that are not bagged and boarded. Right there. This is, let's see what we got in this one. That is G.I. Joes and I think Transformers, some ElfQuest, stuff like that. So this is, again, miscellaneous. But as a part of this, as I should kind of shuffle stuff around, what I'm going to be doing is moving some of this stuff. Like you can see here, I've got Image, a stack of Image books that I'm tracking, some Spider-Man books, and Spawn. Spawn's going to go into its own box, and then I'll relabel, and then I'm going to continue moving this stuff around. So again, kind of keeping stuff organized. I still have a ways to go, but I have my Martha Stewart Cricut out because what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to label these lids. I'm going to label all of these guys. That way, A, my penmanship would look like shit if I tried to write on all of these, but B, I'll just print vinyl decals that I believe once I put them on, they'll be there strong and good, but I can also heat them up, take them off if I ever want to change the boxes. And it doesn't look like shit because I wrote on all of the boxes. It's just an OCD thing. So I'm going to work on labeling all of those, moving my Spawn collection, and then starting to shuffle some of these guys around. And then I've got more boxes in the closet. But I wanted to share this because this is kind of the way I do it. And then I've also got, you know, I got a bin with slabs in it, and we're going to work on that a little bit in a later video. But what I would recommend to anybody that's trying to clean up their collection, get some of the stuff you need up front. Obviously, you're going to need bags, boards. You're going to run through a bunch of them because you're going to notice that you've got some old books, maybe with some yellowing bags, or you've got flaps that are messed up or what have you. So get your bags and boards. Get some tape if you're taping. If you're not taping, then don't worry about that. I highly recommend using Cover Price or a catalog that you can kind of keep up on your collection or what you're trying to do. Key Collector is another great one because it shows kind of what's going on in the market. So when I went through these initially, I found more than a handful of keys that I wasn't paying attention to. But as I sat here with the Cover Price application open, punching it in, and seeing like, oh shit, this book is moving, this book is doing this, and pulling those out and then putting it in my poly bins as opposed to leaving them in the bulk collection. So that's what's going on with this stuff. I would also recommend, and I've got to order more of these. In fact, I'll do that probably later today. And it's these box dividers. So these work in your poly bins or in these. And what's cool about it is that's going to be a different day, not today. You can sit here and divide them. So it's easy to identify what you have going on. There's a Fantastic Four one. I've done that. All of my poly bins are done that way. And then my bulk storage, like I said, I got to order more. I'm going to start doing the bulk stuff in the same fashion. That way it's super easy to jump in, kind of figure out where I'm at and what's going on there. So that's another thing. One of the last tips or items that I want to share with you guys is I use top loaders. So if you're familiar with baseball cards, football cards, basketball cards, any of those, you're familiar with the, 3x4 top loader that you put your baseball cards in. They make them for comic books as well. And so what is cool about that is while you may be sending everything off to CGC or CBCS or whatever, you might have some books that you're not sending yet, or maybe you're never going to send, and you want to protect them a little bit more. That's the reason I love these. So I'll try to put a link to this stuff down below if you guys are interested. I highly recommend those because, like, here's an example. I keep shuffling books in and out of here to where it's like you got stuff like this, and I need to get more of those too. So I'll be ordering more because, you know, you got the Jocko Noctera. I should say, there's the Donny Cates 37 of 100 gold signature Venom. It's just stuff like that, and those are some examples. I mean, I've got other, you know, like some bigger books in there that I just want to protect, especially some of the older books. I just find it, you know, like Weird War Tales number 10, or I've got number 1, and where's number 1? Or Tomb of Dracula number 12. I don't know. I just feel like that extra layer of protection is worth the money. Maybe that's just me. So something to consider. I mean, the bulk stuff, obviously not so much, but the keys and the items that you're holding on to, the better you can protect them, the better off you're going to be, in my opinion. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I am going to be doing a kind of updated office tour probably here soon because I want to. I think that's a fun video for me to make. But for now, I've got to get on the Cricut machine, cut a bunch of vinyl, and start labeling this stuff. I will do an additional update here in probably a month, showing you guys all the cuts and give you just a general update of what I'm doing as far as organization goes. Again, to each their own. I get that. Whatever your budgets are, or whatever restraints you may have, or maybe you don't have restraints, this is the way I'm doing it, and I just wanted to give you guys some tips. Again, get your supplies before you do this, and I would also recommend, in my case, I've got my office desk here, and generally speaking, I'll also have this side covered, but because I got the Cricut out, my laptop and all of that, generally I'll have this lined out with boxes, and then this side lined out with boxes, and then just go to work. But today, all I'm really going to end up doing is labeling and then moving some collections around, and I'm going to call it good because I've got other stuff to do. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Breakout Daily. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Check us out on TikTok and Instagram and everywhere. We're doing content like this. We're talking new books. We're doing mail calls. We're doing a little bit of everything. And in today's case, I hope maybe some of these items, one item, maybe helps you with your collection. Again, check out Cover Price, check out Key Collector, and a lot of those other applications. I know there's a ton more. Some people prefer this over that, and that's fine. This is not a paid video or anything of the sort. That's what I'm using currently, and I'm sure it will change with time. Thanks for tuning in. Catch up with you in the next video.